everyone, it's Arcanus Gaming. Thank you for tuning into another video. I wasn't planning on making another video today. As you see, it's pretty late where I am. It's about 2 a.m. But I figured I'd go ahead and make this video anyway because I recently just watched the latest Mcdoubles videos. Now, if you don't know who Mcdoubles is, he is a great content creator that creates content for now ESO, Ascension, and many other games. So if you haven't checked him out, he's a pleasure to watch. Go check him out. But we're specifically going to be talking about the video for Ascension where he lists his top 5 reasons or top 5 ways to improve Ascension. And that sparked some ideas in my head that I want to share with you guys. Call it copying, call it whatever, but I love videos like this because not only does it get a discussion going, unfortunately not always the best discussions. This is the internet. Some people take this in a negative light, but I view all of this as positive, so we can have, civil discussions and debates about how to improve the game. And that's what this is all about, right? It's not about, you're wrong, you're right. It's about, at the end of the day, bringing the community together and creating these ideas so we can all have fun. And that's what this video did for me. So I appreciate videos like this. Some of the stuff he said I disagreed, some of the stuff I agreed with, but in the end it sparked ideas in my head, so that's pretty good. So basically the first thing we're going to be talking about is the Fel-touched mode. Now this was a great idea that the devs had, and unfortunately it is pretty much a dead mode. There's only like one guy in trade chat or world chat, excuse me, begging people to drop Zorn Strand, which is like the main starter zone for the Feltouched characters. But in Mcdoubles' video, he basically explains how we should remove this, but I disagree with that. I feel like we should improve on it, and instead of it being its own mode, it should be an event. And I was thinking, like, what brings the player base together for the most part? They're events. And instead of this being this whole mode, it can just be an event that happens once or twice a day, once or twice a week, maybe 1 time a week, I don't know, whatever the devs decide, where people are going to be able to create a Fel-touched character up to a cap, maybe 40. If they want to do multiple times a day, maybe up to 40 people can enter a Fel-touched event at a time. Or maybe 80, who knows? It depends on the player base and the time of when the event takes place. And then they make a Fel-touched character, whatever, 10 to 20, they get their starter abilities. Let's say the event opens 15 to 20 minutes before the time actually starts, so people have time to get ready and things like that. Once it hits, let's say 5 p.m. when the event starts, everyone in that Fel-touched zone drops Zorn Strand at once, and they all drop down, and they all it's a fucking shit show. They all start fighting 1v1 battles, of course. So you just see the first person fucking coming off the beach and you attack. And again, once you get into that honorable combat, whoever wins, let's say they get a token. Let's say they win. Okay, sorry, this is all coming together. So let's say you get into 1v1 combat, you win your battle, you get a Hearthstone. So you can Hearth out and go back to the starting zone. And while all these battles are going out, let's say the zone that they're in, I mean, they're gonna limit the zone, maybe make it like a little arena. Once, like, let's say 10 minutes goes by, the whole arena gets bombed. So whoever isn't done fighting or whoever is just trying to hide, they die instantly. So the whole point of it is to drop, kill the guy you see, and get right out of there before the whole place gets bombed. Again, I'm not sure how they're going to do all that. This may be too much, but hopefully it sparks some sort of idea. And okay, let's just, in a perfect world, boom, 40 people drop down in the zone. They all get into fights, 20 people win, they go back to the zone. And if you die, you can either spectate or just leave and go back onto your normal character. But after that, the next 20 people who win get teleported back to the zone. They get 10 levels, so now they're like maybe 20 levels, 30 to 40, 40 to 50, however you want to do it. And now they have 5 minutes to go ahead and choose their build. Maybe they saw someone fighting over there and like, okay, he has Frostbolt, hopefully I can go for him, and strategize and pick, hopefully get a good ability. And again, this is all random. Welcome to seasonal, it's all random. You get lucky, you don't get lucky sometimes. But I think they should remove one ability, essence abilities, from this event. But I don't know. So you strategize, you pick your abilities for the next drop. So when 5 minutes goes by, the next 20 people drop. They fight, 10 people are left, they Hearth back, get their token, and then they wait for the next round. again, down to the final 1v1. Maybe the last 2 people are level 60 now. They get a full build. They have a little bit more time to pick their build, and then the 2 people drop down, fight, last man standing wins. Now, I feel like if you do participate in the Fel-touched mode, you should get a participation token or something, something to give you just for participating in the event. So I don't know, maybe make it so like to avoid people who just join in just to get that, let's say, hand of fate for participation. They go in and they just fucking participate and leave. Maybe make it down to like the next 30 people, or the top 30 people out of the 40 get the participation. So you actually at least gotta try to win your first battle to get participation. And then from there on, participation goes up to 5, and then the top 5 people get something better. Maybe the first person gets a cash drop and gets some cool epics, some marks of ascension, second person marks of ascension, hand of fate, third person, so on and so forth. The value of the loot decreases as you get lower, of course, but you're still getting something. You're still trying to reach that top 5 at least. But that's just an idea I had. I mean, it sounds cool in my head. How it's going to be able to be pulled off, probably way too difficult, but I think that's kind of a fun thing. Make Fel-touched into an event instead of a mode, and with the rewards that you're giving people for winning and participating, that's going to at least get some people interested, especially if they really want to win. They want to get to that cash at the end that they can send to their main. Maybe, I mean, they just hit 60, but hey, they want to try this Fel-touched event. Maybe they get 60, or they win the Fel-touched event, who knows, and they get some awesome gear. That's pretty much the top bracket of the loot. Like right now we're in Nax, so you get a Nax cash and you get cool cool items from that. Or maybe you can go to a vendor, you get a token, and you can go to a vendor and pick a specific gear a specific piece of gear that you wanted. I don't know, something like that. Make the rewards fun, make the rewards interesting, so people are continuously wanting to do these Fel-touched events and keep coming back. But yeah, that's my idea for Fel-touched. Hopefully it wasn't too scattered. Hopefully you guys kind of understand the idea that I was going for with that. And I was going to talk about, like, in order to participate in the Fel-touched event, maybe you need some sort of token in order to get into the event, maybe through doing dailies, maybe through killing players in high risk, something like that. And yeah. So the next idea that sparked in my head pertains to leveling. Mcdoubles said how there's no more PvP in the world anymore when you're leveling. Part of the fun when leveling is to find that alliance scum and gank him, take his loot to help you level and help progress your character. And I agree with him. When I'm leveling, I barely see anyone anymore. I do see people here from there, but that probably like 1 or 2 people per level. But before, there used to be a bunch of people used to gank, used to group up and shit like that. It was awesome. But in order to fix this, there has to be some sacrifices. I don't think a lot of people are going to like this, but I feel like it's a good idea. I feel like they should streamline leveling. And when I say that, I mean there should be specific zones that give more experience for questing than others. So basically what we have now is like bonus zones that randomly happen. I feel like there should be bonus questing zones. So for example, you start off, let's say you're an orc, you start off in Dorotar. Once you complete all the quests there, the next questing zone that's going to give you bonus experience is Crossroads. So you want to go to Crossroads instead of going to Ashenvale, instead of going to here. You want to go there, get the bonus experience from the quest, and then move on to Thousand Needles. Thousand Needles is the next place that's going to give more experience, and then Thousand Needles to Stranglethorn Vale. Then Stranglethorn Vale to Tanaris, Tanaris to Ungoro, Ungoro to Western Plaguelands, however. But I feel like that's going to make people run into each other more, and this should, of course, all be in high risk. Now, I know I said before with Fel-touched, you want to improve things instead of removing it, and this basically makes it so we're removing high risk, but not really. Removing no risk. We're turning no risk into lesser risk. So it's all going to be in high risk. But if you want to level in these other zones and explore the world, for me, again, I don't care about exploring the world. I've done it thousands of times. I just want to get from 1 to 60. But if you do want to explore the world and not run into more people, you can take your character, instead of leveling Crossroads, you can go to Stone Talon, or instead of going to Southern Barrens, you go to Stone Talon, you level there. You're not going to get more experience per quest, but there's probably not going to be as much people there as there would be in Southern Barrens or Crossroads or whatever the place is. So you're still in high risk. You're still going to be able to lose your gear, but you're not going to be hopefully running into more people. Or they can turn it into no risk zones, high risk zone, and do things like that. But I want to make it so you run to more people more. So hopefully that helps by streamlining the way people go to quest and having specific areas where they give more experience for questing. And again, that's going to pretty much take away other zones, people playing other zones. But for me, I've experienced all the other zones. Again, get me from 1 to 60. Hopefully that kind of made sense. But yeah, basically, streamline the questing. It's all in high risk, but you get more experience for going to specific questing zones, and the other zones you can still go to, but you probably won't see more people than you would if you go to the higher experience zone. So something like that. They have that system right now, again, with bonus experience, but hopefully they can turn it to like bonus questing and things like that. So those are just few ideas that sparked in my head after watching Mcdoubles' video. Hopefully it sparked some ideas in your head, and that's what videos like that are all about. So I appreciate him making a video like that. Again, it sparked ideas in my head, and it created a discussion, and that's what it's all about, creating a discussion to improve the game. And that's what we're all trying to do, is bring the community together to improve the game. That's my goal, at least. So hopefully the people in my community have some great ideas they can help out with. Comment down below if you have any ideas. Maybe improve on my ideas. Maybe my ideas are way too out there. Maybe we can tone it down a little bit and change it. But again, these videos are just to help everyone out so we can make the server better. And again, that's what it's all about. But again, let me know if you guys have any ideas in the comments below to what we can do to improve, keep the same, or anything like that. I know everyone in my community is going to be very respectful when expressing their ideas. But if someone's shit talking you, dude, shit talking back. Don't take that shit. But try to be as respectful as you can. And yeah, again, this is a pretty late video. Wasn't planning to make it, but shout out to Mcdoubles for making that video and sparking some ideas. But thank you, everyone. Everyone have a good day, and I will see you in the next one.